I spent $13,280 on Whiteout Survival, and it's day 96. I'm going to get into a little spending tonight, show you where my account's at, show you how I'm playing some of these events, and have a little discussion about why I didn't max out Kasha, because I got a lot of comments on that. So let's get into it quickly first. Let's look at the standard spending first. All right, we've got the custom armament chest here. I'm going to do this for hero gear chests. And actually, let me see what my essence stones look like. I am running a little low. You know what? I'm running low on essence stones. I'm just doing this for the $5 VIP. And I'm going to grab essence stones this time because I'm going to need them in bigger bulk. And I'm only grabbing it for $5 for the armament chest. And I'm going to get some hero gear from another way tonight. And I'll show you that in a minute. So just do $5 on that. I've already done this. I've already done the training. Actually, I'm going to grab another training tonight. And again, that'll make sense a little later. And $10 is still, on the path to efficient spending. $5, for the tech, just for some efficient VIP spending. I'm going to pass on that, and again, grab this just for the VIP spending. Because I don't have a lot else to spend on tonight. I'm not trying to just spend wildly, but I'm doing that for the VIP spend. Let's see if I get lucky on that. Nope, only 4. I'm doing that for the VIP spend, and also because I saved a little money on Kasha, so I ended up with a little bit of extra money to spend. So let's talk about that for a second here. Let's come back here. Let's look at the events. Let me talk about events last, because I'll explain why I'm doing a certain spending strategy. So, and the same with deals. There's not a lot of super interesting thing there, but let's come to the Kashas first, and let's talk about this. A lot of you asked me or said to me, or were a little upset twice now, that I didn't max out Kasha's Wish House. And the thing is that the number one thing that you want to get is right here. And I did get that, and I got lucky even. So, that was like, I think 60 total of mithril. And then the little chests you get up top, which you can't see anymore because the event's done, and this is just the shopping part of it. I'll grab this while I'm in here. That's only like 10 and 10 and 20, which isn't even that high a value. As this shop gets better, it gets to like 15 and 25. But if you do the math, Tone and other creators have some good spreadsheets and stuff showing this. You basically spend almost double, and you don't get double the value. Like once you're able to empty out all the mithril, those extra 10 don't add much. So like you're basically spending a whole bunch of money, and if your whole goal is mithril, then you're not going to get the value out of it. Now, yes, there is I get it. There's other things of value here, and there's other things of value you get from the wheel along the way, or the spins. But it's like we really do this for the mithril. So why should I spend double the money and I'm not getting double the mithril? It doesn't make sense to me. There's other ways to get those things that are higher value. So that's why I did that. But as a result, I ended up, between getting lucky with Kasha in being able to empty out all the mithril, I ended up with a little bit of extra money that I didn't spend even at the point I was trying to go to. So I'm going to spend that money tonight, and I've decided what I'm going to spend it on. So let's come back to the Chiefs of Dawn. This last day, basically, I'm not going to do anything with Chief Gear because I'm going to wait for SVS prep for that. But we do have some speed ups here that I can do. And then if we go to the King of Icefield, I do want the Medal of Honors here. So I want to be able to close out all these. So I need to do, again, I'm not going to do anything with Chief Charms here, but or any of the hero gear stuff, no mithril, but I can train troops. So, and I need troops, I always need troops. So I'm going to train troops to be able to get my medals today. And, training the troops and using speed ups on the troops, those two things will go hand in hand. And by using the speed ups, I'll also get some additional feast crates, as we can see here from the speed ups over here. So, it's kind of like, it's as much as I can, trying to play these events together and get some benefit off of doing something. Now, I'm again, I am doing well in this total rewards here, but my real goal is just to make sure that I'm clearing the daily stage so I can, get everything I can here. So I'll get some more feast bags from these. I'll get some more feast bags from the use of speed ups, and then I'll get the medals from the King of the Ice Field event over here. So it's kind of like, you know, there's some synergy going on there. Let me just make this claim quick and keep that. And so that's what we got going on there. So it's now on top of that, the other thing I wanted to explain while I'm getting into the spending is that I've decided that this is worth it for me. Like originally I looked at this and I looked too quickly at just the feast bag and the hero gear chest, but take a look at this. Like I don't care about these resources, of course, but not only do we get the 300 lucky hero gear chests and the 2,000 feast bags, but we have 500 1-hour general speed ups. And now I think combined, you know, it's saying 2620 for percent. That's not the best percent. The value goes down as you go up. But the fact that, you know, that's a substantial number of hero gear chests. When I was looking at other packs like Dawn Market and stuff, like, well, it's not, you can't just look at the hero gear chests alone, but the Dawn Market has less hero gear chests, but it does come with some gears and some essence stones as well. So the value of the Dawn Market is probably still better than this. But if you just look at the number of hero gear chests and the opportunity to get hero gear chests, this is still a pretty good value in that way. And, you know, the feast bags are just there. Like, I'm not trying to win that event, but why not? I'll get some extra feast bags and I'll get some speed ups that are going to be useful. But the main reason I'm doing this spend is because I saved so much money on Kasha. Like, I'm still kind of going to be on budget pretty close anyways. This is maybe going to put me, I think in comparison to my original budget, this will put me maybe $20, $30 over where I wanted to be for this event. So I'm going to buy that. So there we go. So now that's all the spending I'm going to do tonight. And so we'll get into the events next. But before I do that, let's do the VIP because the spending is done. So come into the VIP, I'll do this claim, clear the daily, and then apply all this. And there we are. We are now at 2.1, a little bit over 2.1 million. And, you know, soon enough, we'll be at VIP 12. That's coming any day now. So that's where we are with VIP. So before I do the troop training, let's take a look at the deals section because, I'll just clear these out quickly and might as well see how my luck goes tonight while I'm in here. Let's see how it goes. Meh. All right, let's clear the queue of all my bad luck right here. Oh, that's not too bad. All right, I'll do that claim. All right, and now just clear this out. And we do have 5 dead shot tickets I can take. So let's do a dead shot and see how my luck turns out. Go straight up the middle. Oh, come on. Come on, man. The very first. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. Epically bad luck. What a night. You saw it here. I'm glad I got that on camera because nobody would believe me otherwise. Wow. Wow. I'm flabbergasted. I don't know what to say about that. Let's just move on. Let's move on and pretend that didn't happen because that's horrible luck. All right, that's the deals section. Now I'm gonna do this synergistic event, so I'm gonna do some troop training so that I can get the clear those two events. So first, let me come in here and change my perk to the training speed and capacity. And then I think I need to train 6,000 troops total. So speed this up. All right, and now I don't think I really need to do the increased size because I'm just gonna speed them up, so I'll just do one round of infantry. Well, I do need some more lancers as well. Generally, I try not to spend speed ups on lancers, but I'll do one round of all of them. And then I'll just get another round in queue. All right, and see where we're at. So, King of Icefield, good. Cleared all of these. And I got my 2 medals. Got my 2 medals for the day. I am done with that event. Now we'll go to the Dawn Fest, Dawn Feast, Chiefs of the Dawn, and oh, I didn't clear quite all of these. So I need to do a couple more rounds to clear them. I'm doing some marksman because of bear, but I really should do some more infantry as well. This is a slow way to do it, but I don't feel like spending the gems since I'm trying to kind of be precise about it. I don't want to do any more than what I absolutely need to. You know, within some margin of granularity here, so there we go. All right, and now oh, wrong event. Come back in here, and we can clear those out. And now I've got all that I can from that event. And, you know, total ranking isn't looking too bad. So, again, the goal of this one isn't really to win it. It's just to place well enough to make it worth it. Now we got the Feast Overture. I know a bunch of you told me, let's do this claim. Ooh, that's a lot because the 2,000, I forgot about that. All right. Now, I wish I did the math on this yesterday and took advantage of the bonuses. I know some of you warned me about this, that on the last day there are no bonuses, but I wasn't entirely sure I was going to spend the extra 100 on this Snapshot Festival because, you know, there are a bunch that are like, I mean, once you get to this level, you can do that a couple times. I don't really want to spend a whole bunch on that. I just was like under budget by a little bit, so I figured I would just make it up because I'm not sure when the next big event is going to come that's giving you this kind of value. I wish I did the math on it last night and decided to do it last night. I would have got a bunch more points from the bonuses, but I didn't, so here's where we're at. The good news is this state isn't pushing things crazy like we've seen other states do. So really, I'll just be happy if I come in the top 10, you know, if I can place in the top 3 to get some better rewards, but the rewards really aren't phenomenal here. It's really, we want to make sure our alliance ranking is good, and we want to make sure that, you know, the points ranking is good enough just to get this permanent skin, and then I'll be happy. So that's the goal there. And since there's nothing else I can do tonight, I mean, if people want to come and spend more money and snipe me, you know, I'm still going to be probably in the top 3 at least. So let's just go ahead, and I think now's the time to just clear this all out. This is the last day of the event. So we'll cook all that. There's some things that need multiple items. Just trying to see, I know butter is one of them and eggs is another. But might be the question of which is the better one to clear out. It looks like it's kind of a wash. Oops, I want to do one. All right. And it looks like that's all of them that I'll be able to cook. So now let's see where we stand. Here's where I'm sitting right now at 67,000. Let's start submitting some of these. All right, not too bad. And I don't really care. If someone wants to spend more money and snipe me, they want first place that badly, you know, let them take it, because I'm not spending any more in this event and I'm getting what I want. Nobody's going to be able to take that away, not unless 10 people decide to spend substantially much more. So, you know, that's looking pretty good. Things are looking good right there. All right, so that's the Feast Overture event. We'll grab this. Those supplies are nice as well. And now we will get into the backpack because I want to see how lucky I get with that chief gear as well. Is there anything else I need to do here? No, we did the spending, we did the VIP, we did events, King of the Ice Field, we did the deals and the Dawnfest. I think we're good on that. So let's get into the backpack, clear some of this out. All right. Let's take a look just at the speed ups now. I mean, that's a substantial amount of speed ups. That'll go a long ways towards, you know, the next push that I'm going to be planning for. Now we have cleared this one out. All right. So let's do these 100 at a time and see what happens. Oh, that's pretty good luck. I got 3 mythic out of that batch. Got my 1 standard mythic. Oops, I should have did 101. Oh well. And I got my 1 standard mythic. And I'm not going to save this one. I'm just going to do it. I should have did 101. All right. And that's where we stand there. And now we look at my heroes. I've been basically trying to get Geronimo groomed for the next level. And, you know, there are arguments for pressing these in certain orders. My problem is right now, I don't want to spend a lot more that I'm going to need at SVS prep. So, for example, I would like to start working on the boots here so that I can work on the enhancement level that will come with better stats for infantry over there. But I'm not going to spend the mastery needed to get it there. So as a result, my choices are really just to stick with what I got there. I can't go past 100. So, you know, I've got Alonso's primary gear up to plus 19, and I can't go any further with that until the next SVS. I can work on the Lancer gear a little bit further, but it's at plus 10 now. I'm okay with that. Really, what you end up needing for defense and stuff for these battles is going to be infantry. So that's why I decided right now I'm just going to, you know, put more into Geronimo's infantry here, and then now he's maxed out there. So now that's ready to go. That's primed up and ready to go for SVS. And I'll decide where I want to put the rest. But, you know, I think this is looking pretty good. We got him. This is at plus 20. Really, the goal is to get it to the plus 60 mark here. So we get the extra, you know, infantry defense. But I can't unlock that until the next level of, you know, mastery. Or this would be empowerment first and then more mastery, I think. But that's where we're at. So not too bad. I'm happy with where things are. Let's take a look at the power ranking now. Let me actually, for this, let me move my head over here because I think usually the points are on the other side. So if we take a look at the leaderboard, if we look at hero power, for example, right? That's not looking too bad there. If we look at Geronimo's power, again, not looking too bad. And if we look at actually my pet power is not looking too bad after the last push from the SVS prep, and the labyrinth scores are still looking pretty good, still looking pretty solid. So I feel like I'm, you know, the account's in a good place. If we look at the overall power, I haven't really been pushing troops that much, but as you can see from the labyrinth, my actual power is pretty good. The difference between number 1 and number 2 here, I'm pretty sure is just troops power. And, you know, I've got what I need to get the job done. So I'm happy with that. That's all I have for tonight, but if you want to continue to see my journey, see how the spending goes, see how my account growth goes, and see how I develop as a player, make sure you give me a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That way, if I go live or post new content, you'll get notified about it right away. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.